All right, Hofstra's Morning Wake Up Call. Neil Carousso, Brianna, Borresen with you on this Wednesday morning. All right, so we have a live in-studio interview. We have a couple of guests here from Wheeli. It's a startup company doing some amazing things at such a young age. We'll welcome in now co-founder and director of media content, Christian DePillo, and Vanessa Powell. She's the communications director. Good morning.
Good morning. Thanks so much for having us.
Yeah, thanks.
It's a pleasure. Now, let's get into it. Wheeli looks like a great company. It's something that's different. Tell us about your business plan and what you're doing right now.
Well, first we'll start off telling you guys what Wheeli is. Wheeli is a ride transportation network for college students. So users can plan road trips online. We connect student drivers with open car seats to student passengers looking for a ride. And right now, our CEO and our founder, Jean-Pierre, he's kind of doing a college tour. He's traveling to a lot of different schools and spreading the word about Wheeli and getting people to sign up for it. So we're at a really exciting time.
Now, you're all Hofstra students, right? You're all students here?
Yes.
Yes.
What year are you?
I'm a junior.
Junior?
And I'm a senior.
What year is Jean-Pierre?
He's not a student anymore.
Okay.
He graduated a few years ago.
So I was going to say, traveling all over the place. So that's good. So now talk about how you came up with this idea, because I'm looking at the website and it's pretty, first of all, a great website. And that was my first reaction, looking at the website and how it was built. But then you look into this idea, and it's something that you would see on, like, Shark Tank. So tell us about how you came up with this idea.
Yeah, I mean, it's a trip calculator. So that's kind of the logistics of the site. And JP, he traveled to Europe a few years back, and he had no way of really getting around. He didn't have a lot of money. He was a student. And then he came across this company where it was a website. It was called Blah Blah Car, and it was a very similar thing. It wasn't just for students, though. It was for everyone. And he loved using it. It was a great way to travel because it was a cheaper way to travel than the Eurorail or, the trains and buses. But the thing that he liked most about it was the social experience, the people he met along the way and the relationships he made. And he really wanted to bring that over to the U.S., especially for college students because, students go away to college and they kind of start fresh. They make new friends, and they're going to want to travel, and they'll be willing to meet new people.
Sure, and you talk about, and Brianna, I know you were impressed by the website too.
I was. There's a line. It says, "We've made hitchhiking cool again through technology." And
I like that.
That strikes you because you think hitchhiking and you're thinking like a creepy man on the side of the road, thumbs up. Like it's just
should really be thumbs down.
Seriously, but I guess just what my concern is, it's like it's all safe and everything, right?
Yeah, we really want to bring together the adventurous spirit of a hitchhiker and the capabilities of a millennial. So we have awesome capabilities in, the technological era that we're in. And so we use technology to make hitchhiking cool again, like you said, but it's safe because, users have to sign up with a valid .edu email address.
Okay.
So it's a college student, and you create a profile, and you connect your profile to Facebook and Twitter, and you write your interests, and you network with other students through common interests, and you write down a list of car rules or car rules that you want as a passenger.
I want these snacks on board.
Exactly. From talkative, smoking, and you have car preferences, and there's also driver ratings. So you really can kind of see who you're getting in the car with before you do that. And you'll see mutual friends. And we also have a feature where girls can only opt in to ride with girls. Or, you can really filter it down and narrow your results.
I like it. It's like a really in-depth version of Uber. I like
yeah,
that.
for sure.
Yeah, we're more about the experience, though, not a service.
You're an adventure.
You're an adventure.
Definitely cool. How did you guys get involved?
Well, you were involved first. Why don't you go?
Yeah, Christian, you're awfully quiet over there.
Sorry,
Come on.
I'm just there
But you said before we went on, Vanessa just likes to talk a lot, right?
Well, I got involved,
She's a communications director.
JP, fall semester of last year, JP was walking around campus pitching the idea, and I was sitting in the Netherlands eating, and he came up to me and was told me about this idea, and basically pitched the idea to me and my friend, and we signed up for the email list, and then I jokingly said something about if you need any video work, let me know. And then I didn't really think too much of it, and I kept it in the back of my mind. But I'm a part of a club on campus called Hofstra University Startups, and it's an entrepreneurship club. So they bring in entrepreneurs to speak about their business. And JP came in to speak about Wheeli, and I remembered meeting him and like about that I thought the idea was really cool. So basically after the meeting, I just stayed around and I spoke to him and I was like, I want to get involved. And then every Wednesday from I think we started in February, and then every Wednesday till the end of the semester, me and like a bunch of the team members met in the library and just pretty much built Wheeli to what it is today.
That's great, and we're talking to two people from Wheeli. We have Vanessa Powell and also Christian DePillo now, and John Pierre. I guess he's on his way, but we keep talking about John Pierre. Now, he started a business of his own before Wheeli, so right. He brought that up to you, and you brought up the Hofstra startups, and you told me a little bit about this through email. Hofstra startups, a lot of students are involved in that and pitching different ideas. It's pretty cool to see young people involved in and being entrepreneurs at such a young age.
Yeah, a lot of like the kids in the club they have big goals, what they want to do, and they just have these crazy ideas. So Hofstra University Startups is a way for all of us to like combine, like we can pitch ideas. It's open to all majors, like you don't have to be a business major or an entrepreneurship major, like I'm a television major and I'm a part of it. And it's just cool to like see all this creativity in one place, and they pitch ideas and we give our feedback on it and like what we think they can improve on. And obviously some ideas we don't like, but usually the people who pitch the ideas, they're open to that kind of criticism. And
it's really exciting because, you know, as a student you have so many resources here, and you might as well take advantage of that, you know, while you can, and you'll meet people who are also ambitious in all different fields. So, you know, you'll get your film guy, you know, I'm the communications girl. You get a little bit of everything, and it's for free. You can
I like that.
Put your minds together.
We'll be talking about that afterwards.
Are you guys planning on staying with Wheeli after you graduate? Vanessa, you said you're a senior.
Yeah, I mean, right now I kind of work on Wheeli remotely, so I can do it from my computer. You know, I run their social media, and I send out press releases. I manage all communications. So I'll definitely...
So you were the one who followed me on Twitter yesterday. I followed back.
I mean, JP and I both run it, but yeah,
I'm
that
kidding.
was me yesterday. Better follow back.
So now... One thing that I saw in here was about protecting the environment also. So tell us a little bit about that initiative and the fact that you're entrepreneurs trying to make money on this, but at the same time you're worried about the environment and concerned about that.
Absolutely. You know, it's not only a social experience, it's helps the environment too. If next time you're driving on the road, even you're traveling somewhere for a long distance or even on the highway, look around. I mean, keep your eyes on the road, but look around and see who's in the cars, and you'll notice there's always only just one driver in a car, and it's like, wow, if these people could, you know, drive together, that'll take so many cars off the road, and it's sustainable, you know. So we're helping the environment too.
I like that. It's like Wheeli has you covered, even if you don't have any plans, you don't know what you want to do for a weekend. Like they literally have a list of events for you to choose from, and then to pick your ride to get to. So I think that's really cool.
Yeah, that's my favorite part about it, actually, because a lot of college students, we like to use this cliche, you know, they stay in bed, they'll stay in their dorm room and binge watch Netflix. We want to get students out there and, you know, get back to face-to-face interaction through technology. So we're really using this medium to bring back what used to be good.
Yeah, for sure.
That's one of the ultimate goals, is to just build the company to like a certain height that you can log on Wheeli one day and see that, oh, like this person's going hiking like a couple hours away from me. I kind of want to go. So it's sort of just like, it's like impromptu, spontaneous like trips. That's like really the ultimate goal, that someone can just log on one day and just go on an adventure and meet people
and make plans for the weekend.
Yeah.
Definitely. No, and Christian, you're a big sports guy, right? You
Yes,
like adventure and all that. So tell us about the trips that you've gone on.
Well, I haven't gone on any yet because the site just launched. So, but one trip that I did go on was I went to the beach with a few of my friends, like right before school started. My friend had a beach house, so we like pitched a ride and we all drove down there, and like I went surfing and we just spent like 3 or 4 days on the beach and just like having fun. And then we're also planning a snowboard trip in the winter.
Nice.
Where I think the way it's going to work is we're going to get as many drivers as we can and just fill a bunch of cars and go either to like upstate New York or like possibly New Jersey, and then whoever drives, like they're gonna like Wheeli will pay for their lift ticket. So we're just trying to get as many people to do like fun things as possible.
Yeah, and you know what else? I took a Wheeli trip when I first joined the company, so I kind of went through the site.
Nice.
And I had a bunch of friends of mine. We wanted to go to Rhode Island, and we couldn't decide who wanted to drive, and no one wanted to drive, and we're all broke. We're all college students, so we used Wheeli to just split all the tolls. It's a trip calculator, so it calculates, all gas expenses, toll expenses, and it divides it evenly. And it suggests a price for the student driver. So you don't have to charge that price. I mean, we're all friends, so we did it, we did it mathematically. We didn't I didn't want them to pay me more. But, you can
You
get
didn't
paid.
treat?
I did treat. But yeah, so we traveled to Rhode Island. We took a Wheeli trip, and it was really easy. All the expenses are taken care of online, so there's no, cash transaction. So it's really convenient.
We're talking about Wheeli here on the Morning Wake Up Call. Neil Carousso and Brianna Borresen with you. We're joined with the Communications Director, Vanessa Powell, also Director of Media Content, Christian DePillo. And you can visit the website, by the way. I'll mention the website is wheeli.us. It's WHEELI.us. Another thing that I saw, you're also hiring or allowing drivers to get involved and basically make a job out of it. So tell us a little bit about that. Are you actually hiring drivers?
Well, the main difference with Wheeli and Uber and the other ride-sharing services, Wheeli is you're going someplace that you're already going to be going. Let's say you're going home for a break. You live in New York and you live in you go to school in New York and you live in Boston. You're already going to go home for a break. So why not make some money along the way? Which I think is where a lot of people are confused because it's not a taxi service, so to speak. It's I'm already going to this place. I'm going to go regardless. Let me make some money along the way.
So we're not really hiring. We're recruiting, and we're telling them, you can make money. Go. Sign up for Wheeli, pitch a Wheeli trip.
So it's like Division I sports or recruiting.
Yeah.
I'm going to turn like Mark Cuban now for a second, as if there's a Shark Tank. How do you make money?
You make money.
How are you guys making money on this? Are you guys what's your business plan on this?
Well, for every ride posted, Wheeli charges a $3 fee.
Okay.
So let's say wherever you're going, it costs the passenger $10. The driver gets $10 for each seat that he offers. The passenger who selects the ride is charged $13, and then Wheeli makes that $3 surcharge.
Okay. So this just started, though. You just started recently. So you're just getting off. But you guys, with the website and everything, it looks like you've been up and running for a while. How has the response been from your peers and from other people that maybe are looking ahead towards winter break and January?
The response has been good. Everyone who we pitched the idea to, they all think it's a really solid idea, but it's more of with our generation, they're not going to use it until they see their friends using it or until it's cool to use it. So that's where a lot of the marketing comes into, and we try and create events that people would want to go to, and that's where I come in and we make cool videos to showcase that Wheeli's this cool company, they sponsor these cool events, you should check it out.
We just worked with Hofstra's Alpha Phi, and we sent them on a Wheeli trip.
Okay.
They all signed up. We sent them pumpkin picking out east in Long Island, and we gave them a photographer for the day. What sorority girl doesn't
That's funny. Brianna wants me to go apple picking one day. I was like, I don't want to pick apples.
I'll definitely consider it now.
We should do a live remote from Lewin's farm or something.
That would definitely be interesting. It's getting a little cold for that now, though.
It is. I know. It's tough weather, but
how far can you take a Wheeli trip?
As far as you want.
As far as you want. I like
all
that.
Over the country. Right now we're focusing on the Northeast. That's where JP has been traveling to. Actually, he just went out west to kind of recruit schools from in Oregon, and I think he went to
San Francisco.
He went to
But did he drive there?
That's okay.
He
He didn't take a Wheeli trip. All right, well, for now he'll fly.
But
Yeah.
over the summer, I went to Tennessee. I went to a music festival, Bonnaroo, and it was it ended up being a 25-hour road trip. And this was before I joined Wheeli, so I didn't really know about it. And I wish I knew about it because it would have been such a great way to plan this road trip. Because we were throwing money around. No one really knew how far, how much it would cost. Yeah. So Wheeli's really great for that.
There's probably a big market, especially colleges. You have college football big right now, college basketball we'll get into soon. That's probably the market is with JP traveling to different big college schools, Miami or wherever, Oregon you mentioned. That's probably the market for you guys would be those who travel with college football teams and college basketball. I see these Snapchats all the time. You ever see those college football Snapchats? Yeah.
look awesome.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Definitely. We definitely want to. We actually talked about that at the last meeting. How we want to start going after that kind of market and that demographic and looking for sports fans because there are diehard sports fans out there that will travel far to see their team play.
Now, what about Hofstra? What have you done here locally? Maybe getting involved with their Division I programs.
As when we did the first set of videos, we didn't want to focus on sports because we didn't want to think of it as a sports service. But I think now that the Wheelies has launched, we have more time and a bigger budget to do things. We could depending on how well our athletics do, we definitely could incorporate that. Launch a wheelie trip if let's say the basketball team goes really far in the playoffs and they play in some out of state. We'll launch a wheelie ride.
Absolutely.
Definitely. And I'm sure JP would be open to incentives wheelie driver, wheelie driver goes for free anyway, but some sort of incentive. So we definitely want to incorporate Hofstra athletics because we do a lot with Hofstra students.
Great.
Yeah, we should do that for the basketball team. They just got to win some games first.
They're probably going to be much better this year. We had the preview show this past Sunday here on WRHU, and the men's basketball program and the women's basketball program much more improved. So get them. You want to go where the puck's going to be. You don't want to go where it already is. But that's great. Just a couple ideas there. My mind doesn't stop working. But anything you'd like to add before we let you go?
Follow us on Twitter at Wheeli Official and Instagram at Wheeli Official. And you can like us on Facebook for updates. It's facebook.com/Wheeli Official. And we have a hashtag trip on Wheeli. So click on that and you can see some pretty cool wheelie trips that have happened in the past.
Nice. Get on Twitter, everybody. So Wheeli.us is a website, by the way, WHEELI.us. Pleasure to have you guys on, co-founder and director of media content, Christian DePillo, Vanessa Powell, the communications director. Thanks for coming on this morning. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much for having us.
It's a pleasure. Guys. So we'll be back here on Hofstra's Morning Wake Up Call. Neil Carousso, Brianna Borresen with you. We'll take you up until 9 o'clock, but for now, we're just going to step aside.